Hello and welcome. My name is Jess Hansmeyer. I am a registered nurse in the ambulatory care setting. And today I am going to speak about mandating minimum staffing ratios with nursing. I have a very good question for all of you. If you were in an emergency situation, where would you go? If the answer is a rural hospital, then requiring mandated staffing would push rural hospitals over their limits very, very easily. Coming from a small town community, I can protest to this. If we have an emergency situation come about in our small towns all around, where we go are rural hospitals. Though they may not be able to provide the best care possible, what they are able to do is stabilize the patient, give them the medications that they need temporarily, and get them going to the healthcare institution of their choice. The biggest thing with requiring mandated minimum staffing would be that the overall cost of care would increase exponentially. Not only us as nurses think that mandatory nursing ratios would be absurd, the Joint Commission, which is one of the most powerful accrediting bodies for hospitals in the United States, have been reluctant to endorse nationally mandated minimum staffing ratios, suggesting that it would not be flexible enough to encompass the diversity that us as nurses deal with on a daily basis. Even the American Nursing Association does not support fixed nurse-patient ratios. Instead, it advocates a workload system that takes into account the many variables that exist within safe nursing practice. Although all individuals may not utilize rural healthcare centers, they are an absolute necessity. These institutions are the ones that stabilize patients in emergency situation, provide efficient and effective care to patients of all ages. So again, I'm going to ask you, where would you go in an emergency situation? And if the answer is a rural hospital, I would support your vote.
Size does not fit all. By this I mean that mandating a certain nurse to patient ratio at all times can lead to difficulty in continuation of care. This leads way to the system to not be efficient and productive at all times. Evidence to support increased patient satisfaction and better nurse-to-patient ratios is weak. Mandating the ratio is not the answer. This may delay time for patients to be admitted to a unit because there may not be a nurse available to take on an additional patient at that time. This would then increase wait times in the emergency department. Can you imagine what that would do to patient satisfaction? This also puts more primary care, such as bathing, under the RN on the floor. There may be a significant wait time leading to dissatisfied patients, and it may take away time from a more ill patient, delaying treatment and care. This potentially could be a poor outcome for this patient as well. Not to mention the cost to the patient, organization, and insurance companies. So what is the answer? Make nursing intensity a billable option. Bill for nursing time spent or for more intense procedures. At the end of the day, one size does not fit all. Mandated nursing staffing ratios is not the answer.
Vote no to a minimum staffing ratio. Support the health of our nurses. We are currently experiencing a nursing shortage. Nurses are already working excessive hours each week. A minimum staffing ratio will increase the number of nurses needed for each shift. Until the nursing shortage is remedied, the current nurses will have to cover more shifts to ensure the ratio is being met. More shifts means more overtime. Excessive amounts of overtime will lead to burnout, extreme exhaustion, fatigue, and a decline in nurse health. The end result will be a decline in quality of patient care. Show the nurses we are here for them too. Vote no to minimum staffing ratio.